Hey y'all, Mike with Cardboard Kingdom. Today we're going to be addressing the Alpha Investments video that he made on Lorcana and Ravensburger dumping the product on Amazon. This video came out yesterday. It's already got 14,000 views. I've been getting some comments, Discord messages, emails about it, kind of wanting to address it, and so I figured I'd share some thoughts with it. I will say it probably makes sense to go and listen to or watch Rudy's video here, Alpha Investments. If you know who I am, you probably know who Rudy is. He's got 370,000 subscribers. He knows a lot more about the trading card game industry than I do. He's been around for multiple decades. He mostly deals in Magic, but he does sell other card games as well. He's a Lorcana bear, essentially. He doesn't like Ravensburger for whatever reason. I don't know the backstory there, truthfully. I know that every video he does about Lorcana, he says how much he loves the IP. He thinks it's a really good game. He likes the art. He likes the mechanics. He loves Disney. But then Ravensburger produces it, and they don't know what the hell they're doing, so it's toast. That's kind of his mindset when it comes to Lorcana, just to kind of give that framework. But the video that Rudy did yesterday was really disingenuous. Now, I'm a fan of Rudy. Like I said, he knows way more than I do about the trading card game industry. So take what I have to say with a grain of salt. I'm going to kind of point out why I think his video yesterday about Lorcana specifically was very disingenuous. I think he didn't do his homework. And I think this grudge that he has against Ravensburger is truthfully just like he's got like blinders on, and that's okay, right? Like I said, like everyone can have their lane. Like he can be a Magic and Weiss Schwartz dealer. He's got his grading company. Like he doesn't have time to deal with Lorcana, and that's fine. Like you don't have to do all these different things, right? Me and my family, we found a love for Lorcana. That doesn't mean that just because I don't buy Magic, I hate Magic or whatever, right? Like that, you can have your lane and stay in it, and that's completely fine. But addressing the video yesterday, so the first thing that I think is disingenuous is even the thumbnail. So he says, "Welcome to Lorcana Amazon dumps." And then he's got this thumbnail that you can see it's kind of grayed out, or it's got a black area in the top and a black area in the bottom, essentially saying that he shrunk the photo rather than show its full size. And the reason why I think he did that is because his whole thesis for this video was Ravensburger has cut out the LGS. They have discounted their Inkland's booster box down to $98.04, 32% discount. They're selling it directly from themselves, from their distribution centers, from the manufacturers' centers, wherever, and sending it to the consumer at a 32% discount through their Amazon storefront, free shipping, signed, sealed, delivered, undercutting all their LGS partners and all their distribution and doing it themselves. And since they're doing that, the LGSs are going to suffer. They're not going to be able to move product. Pre-orders for new sets are going to be down. The whole ecosystem will kind of collapse in on itself because LGSs no longer order the product. LGSs no longer have the product. LGSs are no longer motivated to run the organized play events. No players, no Lorcana. Kind of simple as that. I will say, if Ravensburger ever does do that, that is in-game. That is a for sure way, the simplest way to destroy the card game ecosystem and your card game as a whole. If you do go direct to consumer, completely cut out the LGS, they have no reason to run the organized play events like that. That would be very, very bad for Lorcana. So I do agree that if this happens, that's going to be blood in the streets. And like I said, I've been as transparent as I can in every video that I've done. I'll continue to do so. But the reason why I have a problem with what Rudy said is because that's not happening. This sale for the Into the Inklands booster box at $97.99 is being sold by Card Titan. Card Titan is an LGS that sells all sorts of different card games. They have Magic, they have Pokemon, they have deck boxes, they have MetaZoo, they have every TCG that you can imagine. They're just using their Amazon storefront as like a TCG player or an eBay or whatever other avenue the stores use to sell their product. That's all this is. They're just ready to offload some of their Into the Inklands booster boxes because we're 5 months past that set coming out. We're getting ready to get into Shimmering Skies, and they're willing to sell some of their boxes at distribution to essentially get out of their position to be ready for pre-orders. And so, like, that's completely healthy market behavior, especially when you think about, like, the Pokemon side of things. Like, they go well below distribution. Like, they are willing to take a loss just to get out of that product to get ready for the next set. So like this being like the $98 is probably like right around distribution for them, to be fair. They might be making a few bucks. They're probably breaking even. But at the end of the day, this is all fair. This is just typical market behavior for a trading card game. People like myself that are in Lorcana for the long term, this gives us a great entry price for the boxes. It gives the players very cheap and affordable cards, right? Because more products going to be open at that cheaper price per pack price point. And so, I mean, look, from a collector standpoint, it lengthens the time horizon that we're going to see on any real gains from Into the Inklands, which is okay. I've got time, right? I've said that in every video that I talk about this stuff. This is a very optimized market. It's going to take time. If you're looking for free tendies, stuff like this is going to happen where if you paid $500 for a booster box case and now they're sitting here at, $390, let's say, like that feels bad, right? And so that's why you have to be patient. You don't FOMO in. You have that long time horizon. You wait for the best chance to acquire your boxes, and you're set up for success long term. $97 is the cheapest we've really seen at a consistent basis. There's 5 left available on the sale. I think it started 2 days ago. So they've essentially sold through their entire allocation of Into the Inklands that they had ready for the sale. And it's just very typical trading card game market behavior. And so I thought it was disingenuous that Rudy went on this entire tangent about how Ravensburger has now decided they've got I think he said like 300 pallets of Into the Inklands booster boxes. He says they should burn them and use them as a tax write-off so that way they don't flood the market and destroy the economy. And instead they're just dumping them and cutting out the middleman. But like, that's not happening. So his entire premise for this video, like, if it does come to fruition, then I'm completely on board. But he just made this up. He just made up a hypothetical situation and went to market with it, and it's just not true. And so I would just say, like, I love Rudy. I think he does great content. I think he's very smart. He knows a lot more than me. In this particular instance, I think that he's letting his bias towards Ravensburger, whatever that is, cloud his judgment and kind of jump on these videos. When in reality, this is just typical market behavior. An LGS that has their allocation of Into the Inklands ready to part with it, so they throw it on sale and it gets burned through in a couple days. That's as simple as it gets, and I think that that's really the story here. So I would say, that's my 2 cents on it, right? But I would love to hear your guys' feedback. I respect Rudy. It's very possible that I'm missing something here. But in my eyes, even like the thumbnail, like I said, it's got some extra space there. If it was a little bit lower, would it show sold by Card Titan? Like I think that it probably did. So I for whatever reason, I feel like he's butthurt about Ravensburger, and he's taking it on Lorcana for whatever reason. But that's my thoughts, guys. I would love to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts on it. And we'll be back with another video soon. Bye.